Well, we told you we're bringing to you the latest news headlines. Well, before we go there, you should know that a lot more people died following the scuffle that Israeli forces and security had with those protesters as a result of the inauguration of the new U.S. embassy in that city of Israel. Well, we know that we have to bring you the details when we're reviewing the newspapers and the various online portals. But now, Ms. Pitso Sabide is ready with the latest news headlines we have in the studio. Pitso, good morning to you.
Good morning, Roland. And to our first story, in Ghana, houses built from mud with thatch roofing are considered local and outmoded. And persons who own such houses eventually put up cement block homes when they have the resources to do so. But one man is keeping a guest house built from mud with the aim to give foreign visitors a feel of what a typically traditional northern home looks like. Abraham Salufu, a farmer at Karaminga, started what he calls the greenhouse, a mud building in which he keeps all items strictly traditional, but with a touch of modernization, mainly for tourist attraction. JoyNews' Upper East correspondent Albert Sori visited the place and now reports.
This is Karaminga, a northern region village very close to the Upper East region. Like in many Ghanaian villages, homes here are built from mud and roofed with thatch. The owners of such homes aspire to put up cement block houses when they are able to afford it, because compared to these mud buildings, homes built with sandcrete blocks are seen to be more durable and prestigious. But Ibrahim Salifu is not so keen about the so-called prestige that comes with homes built with sandcrete blocks. He rather wants to preserve the traditional architecture. That's why this structure he calls greenhouse. Built from mud, it is Ibrahim's idea of giving foreign and local visitors a feel of a purely traditional northern home, whilst preserving tradition and keeping some youth of the area engaged.
The greenhouse, as is officially normally is known to most people, is actually the friends of the greenhouse. But I think the greenhouse has been more known to quite a lot of guests who visit us here in Karaminga. It's a small setup where an opportunity the guests can stay the night, experience, where we do quite a number of activities. One of the activities we do is a herbal tour. Herbal tour, that takes us to the woods where we collect lots of the herbs we use in treating ourselves.
I joined a group of tourists from Bolgatanga to take a tour of the house and found out that Ibrahim has given the place a touch of modernity. Christopher Atanga helps Ibrahim to receive visitors here at the greenhouse.
During the dry season, when it's very, very hot at this part of the country, you might not be able to sleep inside your room. So our grandparents thought of making something like this, which we call gosko, so that you can come here and relax. And as a natural way of living, you can also use the stars as anything that to attract you. So whilst you're up here, you're looking at the stars, you're enjoying it, seeing the shooting stars and all that, and taking your fresh air as well.
Call it a traditional home with a scientific touch if you like. The rooms here, although similar to the ones in our local homes, have something extra.
The dormitory is made up of a building that we call the Nubian Vault. And this Nubian Vault is a building that is not common in Ghana. It's from somewhere around Egypt. If you come here, we don't have things like the fan or nothing. No nail, no cement. Everything is local over here.
The food served for guests here is purely organic and is prepared from this kitchen, which in itself is not your everyday kitchen.
We have our organic farms, so all the products are coming from the organic farms. We have rice farms, we have beans farms, so it's just only few things, unless maybe a tourist or a guest is prescribing a different kind of food that we don't have here.
In the backyard, we find these toilets and hand washing facilities, which again are in between the local household latrines and the water closet facilities we have in modern homes. So, what motivated Ibrahim to put up a place like this?
But it was actually built with the idea, like, what can I contribute to society? What will I be able to do just to make a mark in our small community here? Because gone are those days when we had quite our mothers go into the woods to carry wood, firewood to sell, to bench out. It was so much hard work for our parents. And it's a very small village. So I was looking at what can we do actually to sell this village, to let people know what is really happening here. So not just Olegas, but then our other brothers who are also living in the cities, where they can also come close to that.
Albert, sorry there. Now, staff and students of the University of Education went about demanding an apology and a retraction of what they call a one-sided report of human rights abuses at the university by Amnesty International. Now, Amnesty International earlier reported a case of human rights abuse of students and lecturers at the university, but the lecturers and students insist the report that has been widely published by Amnesty International without the side of the university has the potential of destroying the university's image. Now, the lecturers and students have been speaking to JoyNews.
Relationship between the university and we staff is one of a cordial one. If there were problems, examinations wouldn't be going on peacefully. We have examinations currently ongoing, and all lecturers who have been assigned to invigilate, they are doing it without any problems. Because when you look at their statements, they are saying that they started the investigations in 2017. 2017, they only made contact with this university in April this year. And in that statement, they continue to say that they will compile a full report and make it public. So they only made contact with this university in April. Towards the end of April, management said they were going to get back to them. Management hadn't had the opportunity to get back to them. They went out to come out with a bogus and fraudulent report, which in all instances smacks of any kind of proper job.
Teaching and learning goes on. We have finished a whole semester of teaching. Students are writing exams. I've just finished a session before granting this interview. Exams are ongoing, and students are writing their exams. Teachers have taught, lecturers have taught them for the period of teaching, and nothing has gone wrong anywhere. So I think the atmosphere is a very peaceful one. They didn't even say that they came over to investigate or to interview anybody here. They just sat in their desk. No, this is armchair reporting. You sat in in the comfort of your offices and compile reports without coming to the place to make inquiries. And so that one, I know in international relations, we call those things international non-governmental organizations. These are international organizations. They wield some clout, but their credibility will be dented if they compile reports, like one-sided report, and parallel like that they are doing now. To protect their credibility, they should have come over to interview lecturers and teachers and students to know exactly what's happening here. But you don't sit in the comfort of your office and compile one-sided report and blow it out of proportion.
I was so surprised, honestly, when I read it. I was like, am I in the same institution, or they are talking about a different institution? Do we have any other University of Education somewhere else? I mean, it came as a surprise to me. I mean, and my question was, why do we have to go so low? I mean, to achieve what? For what purpose? Something is not going on, and you blatantly lie that these abuses are going on, lecturers are being intimidated, and what? Please, see, I think that what people fail to realize is the fact that when you go to any community, any institution, there are rules and regulations that govern the institution. As a lecturer, as a head of department, I have a specific mandate. There are things that I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to teach. I'm supposed to research. I'm supposed to do community service.
Now, the bad state of the Mankraso-Bechem stretch of the Kumasi-Sunyani road has become a death trap to motorists and road users. Residents blame the absence of road markings and speed ramps, as well as recklessness of motorists on an otherwise smooth surface for the trend. Love FM's Anita Ajoga travelled to 2 accident spots and filed this report.
This afternoon, they are tending to their cocoa beans. Jacob Bakari and his friends are busy. It is left with some few weeks for their beans to be ready for the markets, and their hands can't keep up. 13 hours ago, these hands were busy carrying dead victims from a collision between a Ford bus and a cargo truck. A Ford minibus traveling from Sunyani to Kumasi veered off this lane and collided head-on with a cargo truck traveling from Mankraso. The crash left 13 dead males, including the driver of the Ford minibus and a female.
At around 1 a.m., they woke us to carry the dead bodies to the hospital. They were all dead. It wasn't an easy sight. They should help us. We need bumpers. The speed is too much. They don't care whoever is crossing. We produce enough cocoa for the country. The government should come to our aid.
We are at the Sunyani-Mankraso stretch on the Sunyani-Kumasi road, where Ebony, her friend, and a military man said to be her bodyguard died in a gory accident early this year in February. And I must admit that motorists drive recklessly on this road. Although the road has been patched after her death, it has started deteriorating. Meanwhile, National Road Safety Ambassador Gabi Edu-Jemfi is chastising government for failure to address carnage on the roads.
A country where we were told that Fulani people are even raping and killing a lot of people. A task force also was formed to fight against them. We are here, we formed a task force to fight against galamseyers. But look, in the Ghana, even if we're talking about the most illness that kill human life, it's road accident. But look. They don't even care of us. So it's my prayer this time around. The accident must kill the ministers and their family. It must kill the MPs with their family, DCs and the authorities, the highway, so that they will see that how painful is it. How come that a car like this will have accident and we lost at the spot? We lost almost 30 lives. Why? Why? Which country are we? A country with the age of 61 years, but still we are using a single lane. Why? Why? It's pity. They must change their attitude because we are dying. Almost 5 months. Almost 5 months. We've lost almost 700 lives through road crash accident. Why? Why? I've said it, whatever they want to do, they can do it to me. I'm fed up. They can do whatever they want to do. Why?
Anita Selwa Ajoga for JoyNews.
Former Deputy Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Asiema has fought off claims a contract of 4.6 billion cedis awarded IT firm Sipton Swift to set up an interoperability system was bloated. He in fact questioned the quality of the new system, saying it falls short of what was originally budgeted for. Now, Vice President Dr. Mohamed Bawumia last week launched the interoperability system, saying it was to cost the taxpayer not more than $4 million. But Dr. Asiema believes that the new system cannot be compared with the contract entered into initially by the central bank whilst he was in office.
All that we were interested in there was that whatever system you build, even if it costs you so much, the charges that consumers will pay shouldn't be more than they are paying currently. Remember, currently, if you send 100 cedis, how much do they deduct? 1 cedi. Is it 1 cedi or 10 cedis? 1 cedi. And so our concern was that by the time you finished your installations and everything, they should be paying less than 1 cedi. So the cost should actually go down. You understand me? And I think that is the more important thing to you, isn't it? If they claim they are using 10 billion, and you are sure that whatever it is, if I'm sending money tomorrow, 100 cedis, they'll deduct 50p. You know, or even if it will be a little bit more, 1.1, 1 cedi 10p or something. And yet, I can now send across, even from bank to mobile accounts, etc. I think from the perspective of the consumer, that is what matters. then you want to be sure that in 15 years' time, the equipment and everything reverts to the Bank of Ghana or whoever. I think that is what is important. So in sum, what I'm saying is, it's inappropriate to compare, an antelope and what? An elephant. Why? Because the characteristics are different. It's not that simplistic to just say, oh, I'm spending this on A, you would have spent this on this, and therefore so and so forth. I haven't listened to the claim that the vice president said anything. I have to watch it myself to really be sure of what he said. But even if he said anything, my appeal is that leave it as it is. This is about the central bank. Rest assured that the right thing was done during the procurement phase of that project. If there was any issue at all, when the new administration came in, all that you had to do was to play ball. All that you had to do is to sit down with the other party and express your concerns to try and reach some solution. If I remember, we attempted something initially. I actually attempted something initially. I asked my staff, the technical staff that were working on it, I asked them to contact Sipton, look at it again, let's see how best, whether there was any room for some little changes, etc. And they actually started work on that. But immediately, we got the orders to stop work. So for me, that was it. The central bank could deal with whatever issue within its domain. And we should avoid this trap of everything descending into the arena of politics, etc. I hope I answered your question.
That is all for the AM News. Now, Roland, tell us what's happening for the rest of the show.
Well, we'll be having the latest review of the newspapers, and of course, you'll be joining me. And we'll be looking at what is making topical news on the front pages and the back pages. And of course, you'll be joining me for the online reviews.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Well, we also have to look at on the show today a conversation that was started from yesterday, but the event taking place today about the graphic business, as well as the Stanbic breakfast meeting that will be taking place. And Mapito is basically about how the banks need to survive in our country and issues about liquidity, etc.
Yeah.
But you know that a lot of things have been going on the international front online.
And we'll be covering that on our various online portals, right?
Yeah, definitely. As always, you can get interactive throughout the rest of the program. On Facebook, JoyNews on TV. We also have that handle on Twitter, JoyNews on TV. And you watch us live regularly on our channel on YouTube. But we've got the latest sports headlines for you as well. Benedict will be here, but please stick and stay. We'll be right back. Of course, we're live on JoyNews Multi-TV, DSTV channel 421, and of course on GoTV channel 144. Stay on. We'll be right back.